If you feel stuck and you struggle to play creative and meaningful solos on the guitar, chances are there are 5 things you are doing that the pros do not do and they avoid. So today I'm going to share with you the 5 tips you can start doing right away today to upgrade your playing. These are 5 moves that amateur guitar players do that the pros do not do. If this is the first time we're meeting, my name is Alec Lehrman. I've played on Grammy-nominated recordings, I've played with A-list artists, and I've taught thousands of students the lesson I'm going to share with you today. So the game plan for today is we're going to go over these 5 tips to upgrade your playing, and in each one we're going to identify what you're doing wrong, hear it in context, and then figure out how to fix it. The first thing that amateur guitar players do that the pros do not do is that they stay in the same pickup position their entire solo. So what that means is you'll pick up your guitar to start soloing. You'll throw it in whatever position you want. If it's a Les Paul, maybe it's just whatever you picked up your guitar and whatever setting it's automatically on, you start soloing. You never think to move this up and down. So let's hear how that sounds in context when the pickup switcher is in the same position, and then let's hear how much better it sounds when you change position throughout your solo. Here's how it sounds with the pickup switcher in the same position the entire time. Kind of boring, right? Now let's upgrade your playing. So we're going to start off in this position. Okay, and then we're going to change. The idea is that you're going to get tonal variation, and that will excite yourself because you're the one playing and also the listener. So it gets boring to play the same thing, the same sounding thing over and over. If you just play the same thing and then switch positions, it's going to sound like a whole new fresh idea. The idea is that you're giving tonal variation. I know there is a lot to think about when you are soloing, but if you really want to upgrade your playing and stop sounding like an amateur, start changing your pickups throughout your solo. You'll see the greats like Stevie Ray Vaughan do this on their Strat. When they're ripping their solos, they'll be messing with this pickup switcher the entire time. The second thing that amateurs do all the time that the pros don't do is that they just pick in the same position. So what I mean, like their pick will just be in the same position, say right here, and they'll play their licks. And what the pros do is that they'll start to move their pick all around because it gives it tonal variation. So let's hear how that sounds. And then so the closer you are to the neck, the warmer it'll sound. The further you are, and the closer you are to the bridge, the more tinny it sounds. And this can be a desired effect because it'll give your sound a variety, a little bit of creative spark. Again, if you're just playing right here, that's great, but you're going to want to give your guitar playing that little upgrade by picking all over this x-axis, like you're going like this. You can get that really tinny sound when you're down here by the bridge. It's something you need to keep in mind when you're soloing because it's what a lot of pros do that amateurs just totally overlook. If you found this lesson useful and you want to work together one-on-one, there is a link in the description where you can follow it. It'll take 2 minutes. It's a little questionnaire. Get to know you, get to know more about what you struggle with, and then I'd love to help you and work together one-on-one. You can click the link in the description. This brings us to the third thing that amateurs do, and it absolutely, once you see it, you're never going to be able to unsee it. And once you hear it, you're never going to be able to unhear it, is that amateurs just play and pick every note the same volume. So what that means is everything sounds the exact same. Where if you want to upgrade your playing, you are going to pick the notes at different volumes. And that can really depend on the situation. So let's hear how it sounds in context when you're picking the notes at the same volume, and then we will change it so that all the notes have a different volume, okay? Let's hear how that sounds. So here we're gonna pick everything at the same exact volume, okay? Here's how it'll sound. Not super exciting. Like the licks sound good, they're hot, but it's really lacking that feel of like telling a story, that feel of variety. So let's do the same exact thing, but we're going to change our right hand. We're going to change our picking volume, and that just really means how hard you're playing with the right hand. So let's hear how that sounds in context. The idea is that rather than playing the same volume, you are picking different volumes, which sounds like this. So start incorporating that into your playing right away so that you can upgrade your sound. The fourth thing is really a mindset change. So people that are an amateur or a beginner or intermediate guitar players, they think of everything as either major or minor. So if we're in the key of B, they'll think of B minor or B major. And really, there is this gray zone that exists that combines both, that gives your playing an elevated pro level glossiness. And that's really when you combine both. So that looks and sounds like what we've been playing to date in this video. And the idea is that you are playing both the major third and the minor third. The idea is that you are combining both major and minor. So that would look and sound, just if we're just riffing in the key of B, it might sound something like this. And then we go to the key of E. And then if we go to an F sharp, we're not just playing, again, this B minor pentatonic. If we're going to the 5 chord, so what that could look like is we're following the chord changes. Again, it's more of a mindset shift of like, okay, I'm not playing minor the whole time. Oh, I'm not playing major the whole time. You're really going to start combining the two. Something to be mindful of. It really will upgrade your playing. So we've come to the fifth and final thing that beginners and amateurs really, they don't do it, and pros do this all the time. So beginners, amateurs, intermediates, they never touch any of these knobs over here. They never touch any of their volume knobs. And that is a big, big no-no. So What that means is most intermediates, they'll just literally leave their volume, their tone on full blast the entire time. And, that's fine, but if you wanna upgrade your playing and you wanna see folks like Jimi Hendrix or Eric Johnson, some of the greatest players, Joe Bonamassa, they're constantly adjusting, especially their volume knobs, so they can get the desired tone they want. And if you want to have a blanket generic statement, you can literally turn your volume down when you're playing rhythm guitar and then, say till about 5 or 6, and then put it up to 10 when you're playing lead guitar. Now, this is gonna do 2 things. One, it'll be a volume boost, but also at lower volumes, you're gonna have a cleaner sound. At higher volumes, you're gonna have a more distorted sound. So that would look and sound like this. So right now, I'm gonna turn down my volume, be in the key of B, and we are just gonna play some simple B chords and then some simple riffs. And then when we turn up the volume, you have more bite, you have more attack, you have more volume, certainly. So the idea is that when you are playing rhythm guitar or you want a cleaner sound, you're gonna roll back your volume to about 5 or 6, maybe 7. Have a little bit. I'm gonna roll it back even more. And then when you want more bite, it's your time to shine, you're gonna turn up your volume. You can do this in any pickup position. So if we're in this bridge pickup, we can roll it back. So that's gonna sound like that. And then we can crank it up. You can hear the difference. These are subtle changes you can start making in your playing right away so that you can upgrade your sound. Again, if this stuff is making sense to you, I'll have a link in the description so that we can work together one-on-one. It's a little application that takes 2 minutes to fill out. It literally just tells me about yourself, what you struggle with, what you hope to achieve on the guitar, your goals, and what's been preventing you from getting there to date. And I'd love to help you. You can click the link in the description. Now that you understand these 5 key fundamentals, you're gonna wanna check out this video to upgrade your playing.